here to me increasing the policy rate to Ghana. Nobody can do that. The Bank of Ghana set a threshold for you to follow.
Okay.
They are responsible for government financial policies. Okay. There are about 2-3 instruments that they use.
Also corrections.
Nipa bakupe ana ejumako bakupe na seti. No your friend of Bank of Ghana. You can say obi antumi set on one policy rate.
So what can
no, the American is say interest rates.
You can't even your interest. You can't set beyond what the Bank of Ghana has given.
Mami, for bank, for Zenith, the emphasis says Zenith. Now, for Stanbic, now shares on interest rate here. The kura. Obi are certain. And American, or there is something that goes into calculation. The calculation, but omunyina obia.
Can it be more than say 5%?
Do you know why the Bank of Ghana set the interest rate? Do you know why? Interest is not just. It's an instrument. Listen to me. Interest rate. I'm coming.
People are listening.
Yes.
Bank of Ghana does not set
a central interest rate.
Commercial bank.
It's an instrument. It's economic instrument.
Bank of Ghana sets policy rate, and based on the policy rate, Obia Jinaso at the
interest. Yes. It's an instrument for economic management. It's an instrument for yes. You see, he's talking about managing inflation. Mm-hmm. They sometimes use it to discourage borrowing. Sometimes they use it to encourage borrowing. They sometimes use it to map up excess liquidity in the system. You see, so he's talking about setting that rate to control inflation. Inflation means there's so much liquidity in the system. How do we go about it? But to me, I don't think this is the time that we have to increase the policy rate at this time.
You think so?
Yes.
I didn't see.
I think that we have to encourage production.
Local.
Yes, one of the Abrofuni said, why are we letting our people suffer? Yet taxes in high. The country can develop if you want to talk about even the private sector drive. Leave the money in their hands. Let them develop it. Let them create a job out of that. Yes, Desperate Media started now the tax to ano. How can it survive? How can the business grow and expand? The business can only expand when there is liquidity, when it has money, there's enough in the hands of the people to use. But scanning by system at 2023, another tax biaba. That be.
Tax ban.
Another tax ban.
I know of VAT somewhere increasing by 2.5%.
And VAT cover everything. And look at situation woman. They have increased everything because when you pass it, they will also pass it to the
consumer.
Yes. No, they have made it a flat rate.
But it is an reducing the e-levy to 1% and then increasing VAT, no, which is which.
Yes. And VAT cover much than even e-levy. It's VAT cover much than e-levy. VAT be to be a VAT that's. Oh,
which means the goods and services are going to go higher.
2023, everything will go up. The struggle will be tightened. Oh, inti aban wenu ni akoso no. Eya sefem. I mostly say they look at generating the revenue, but they don't look at how the people who pay the revenue, how do they get the money? When you increase tax, when you take from the people, you were taking 10,000. Now you have increased that. You are taking 20,000. Have you asked that their companies has expanded enough to accommodate that increase? People will close down their jobs. And we are Ghana for almost phone. On one case, have anybody. We have nothing to consume. Yanisiki Beji. Sikana by an abeji, not the e-levy abeji, not the VAT abeji, not the way abeji, not the food abeji. And you have very little to consume. You have to also move about. But the economy can revolve fast. When there are resources in it to move. You are talking about the growth in 2017. What did you do? No, what did you do what did you do? Then I am at 2017 when you answer. Well, about 2017, your ministers were appointed May. How do you generate growth in that year? Your ministers. You were talking about
Evans, in such a situation, no. What should have been the best solution?
Me feel say, Uncle, they shouldn't have increased the VAT. They should leave it as it is. You see, they have set a target they want to achieve on the revenue aspect of it. But the people you are taking from them, they are suffering. We don't always have to look at...
Their salaries are the same. their businesses are not moving on a lot of things.
Fuel has gone up. You can imagine what he says what the VAT back out. Yeah, another baby called Ilevia back out.
It's me about and then Uncle basic one say, and Gaga may betray 11 now a bianco increase it VAT 2.5
million in Sankoma VAT. Yes, no look at how to generate resources himself.
Okay.
You can go into industries, like open up industries that your corporate tax, if you maintain the rate, but the corporate tax will be more, they will come more. One will say, whoa, say first year or 5 companies, and son, you are talking about growth and resources. By the time President Mahama feel, no oil well has increased it to 3. The time no what government, no 1 oil well. Obefia Bemunu or the 3 oil wells na Ghana. Oba na gas in ho. By the time of but not the Ghana gas aba. Oil will create employment, generate revenue for the state. Gas create employment, generate revenues for the state. Why can't this government do same? Ghana gas, yeah, only phase 1. Why don't you do the phase 2? Rich, yeah, phase 1. Why don't you do phase 2? All this will create employment and generate additional revenue. What you want to be any power? Kuketu anu nyana na wota no. Na Ghana for sa. Uyefunu na de bia ye kese. Ghana for penny no so na yefunu bia kese na ye. Wahu. De bia because wunyani di wudi man bro sunti. You think Ghanaians are doing the same? Yeah, make us see am dimi to 250 me the quarter credit. Auto 1 and the pemato 400. 1 bam per man mus.
And now obeto about
almost
2,500.
And so be a sia ukwa 400 ba na man muso. Adan.
I mean here to Kofodu Accra no. I bought 400 cedis.
That is it. Adan. Yeah, memu. And you shouldn't think about always me person the advice I want to put across her. We don't always have to think about generating the revenue. We have to look at how the people themselves generate their revenue. When they have enough, they will be willing to consume. Okay. And as they consume, industries grow, corporate cut.
But see, the factories are. But where are the factories? Are the factories working?
Well, you won't be, sir. What are the factories? It is just hearsay. You don't see them. He was talking about consume. Metika, metisano, kasana, Japan. Almost should be. What are yours? Obi started all your shoes now. Obetasene and How can he survive? How can he survive? You talk about private sector. We are private sector. What environment have you created for the private sector? No, they are not even making any action that they believe in private sector. You are tightening and disturbing the private sector. This is transportation. Driver need to meet to a patrol the Koba. Onyan faso bia. You are collapsing industries. Some people have decided to park their cars. You are not doing anything. You are not making any effort to change the situation. You are still bringing taxes and creating. You are tightening the people. It's just like a hell.
Medas Evans Amo and Ote Nenkano Ose.
Can be briefly be. Now the American say apart from say government we Akufo-Addo administration amanioma are very tight no. Un say na unim ni say million catch me. Na Evans can say ebi a company for local company. So who say Bruni backroom ha Chinese ni backroom ha your man a tax waiver. But
say almost one day from 2023
oh, that be Chinese. No. Let me come back to you. Let me just make my point briefly. So the American say, me who say be a local guy, be say mami bema be ye ne be adwuma bi. Ame amana waiver kakra bi mpoda. Your man of any break. We are Ghana here.
Start here
near you na ye gisika na near the akoma minister no near the akotua ne garden boy ne kana ebi ani kuku na oye aduane ma no ne ka so apart from that no President Akufo-Addo be president no for the a certain special punitive tax be to Ghana for so meti subio since President Akufo-Addo assumed office no for the a certain unique special tax be to Ghana for so very high. I'm talking about the dollar tax. Insofar as President Akufo-Addo is not able to hold the dollar CD exchange rate stable, no, a tax. Emma Ghana for NT no on the international market, no, oil prices are bafom. But Ghana and Kwano, a costro. If you ask for who tower more and mismanagement, and confusion in the Akufo-Addo administration. No, it's not time Biagana and I just thought I would mention this fact say president the tax invisible tax be out here so now finally with regards to budget proposals I feel say 11 I was say maintaining 100 cities threshold for here for now they call 0.5%. So I say Nana Akufo-Addo yes Minister of Finance and so on yes but I'm hoping say Parliament can amend it.
I think it's a minority normal call for that. Say okay. 0.5, not threshold, and 300.
Okay.
That is what they have called for, but I don't know how far.
But I won't say New Patriotic Party for now. I'm saying most of them no more Parliament. Yes, Kafoche for now. Mojiji per diem a free bonto stuff no. They will support a 11 no.
I mean 7 year ka bibi say ha cross obi wo fi China or oji loan wo China. No they abeye adwuma they compete with Ghana ni. So that thing should stop. Massa, they can't stop that. It's a deliberate government policy. China buying a woman and Crawford. And you need to say Ghana buying him say so pay Juma man and Crawford. China buying him say so pay Juma man Crawford. Look, Ghana would have been the very best position that we can take advantage of those sub-African countries here. We have already built ourselves certain image for ourselves. Yeah. We can consider health. We can consider education. People were going to UK for education. And the government was getting money out of. What are we doing about that? If China government is giving soft loan to his people, what is your government doing? What is the government of Ghana doing? What is it? Government China, you won't hear this home alone. Ghana buy a pound for Biman Crawford.
It has say Evans are more and Oten and Kano. Now, Facebook Live or what? Hina Kwesi champion. Also, congratulations to the Black Stars for winning their match